welcome to the 5th day of Tarotmas. We're going to take a look at what brings you peace and glee. That's going to be today's topic. I'm going to be using the Yuletide Tarot deck for today's reading. Let's see what messages come out for you. Alright, Spirit, for the collective, what brings the collective peace and glee this holiday season? What is bringing them peace and glee? What is bringing them peace and glee? How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I need one more. There we go. I think that's it. Let's see. Alright, the first one that came out is the 9 of Gifts, which is the 9 of Pentacles. Put that there, and then we've got the Holly King, which is the Emperor. We've got the 7 of Candles, the 7 of Wands. We've got Judgment, the list in this deck. Then we've got Balance, which is Temperance. Sagittarius energy. Also, Judgment is Scorpio energy. And we've got Aries with the Holly King. And then lastly, we've got 3 of Gifts, which is the 3 of Pentacles. So what brings you peace and glee? I'm seeing a couple of things. Number 1, being content with, this is going to sound materialistic, but the 9 of Gifts, 9 of Pentacles is about having material wealth. It's about being successful with your career, your finances, having that financial stability where you don't have to worry about money. Some of you could have some extra funds coming in around the holiday season. Some of you might have picked up another job just for, you know, some sort of financial cushion. But I feel like a lot of you are actually just proud of being financially stable. Being in a position where you can have, because I'm looking at her, you know, she's sit back, relaxed. She's got all these gifts under the tree. She's chilling by the fire at home in her robe and slippers. She's just comfortable. She's got enough money to buy all of these gifts for everyone. So it just feels like what's bringing you peace and glee is that you are more financially stable than you probably have been in the past. For some of you, I'm picking up, this isn't going to be for everyone, I'm picking up that some of you have switched jobs. Or like I said, you picked up another job, but I feel like a lot of you have switched jobs and you've gotten a better job, a higher paying job in whatever field that you're doing. And that has brought in extra wealth for you. So you've been able to be more comfortable and don't have to worry about paying bills and that sort of thing. So I am getting that. Another thing I'm picking up is what's going to bring you peace and glee is doing a better job at managing your time. Because every time I look at this card in this deck, it's 2 stopwatches and it's, instead of cups, it is balancing time. Because, you know, that's Santa's got to balance his time to deliver all the gifts, right? So I feel like if there's a way that you can implement time management skills into your work, personal life, and create some sort of balance between the two where you have everything scheduled out instead of saying, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I have time for this. If you can actually sit down and say, okay, I have this amount of time to do this task. I have this amount of time to do that task. I can go visit so-and-so on this day. I can do this job on this day. I can, whatever it is. If you can set up some sort of like hourly, daily time management calendar, that's what I'm feeling for a lot of you. That's going to actually bring you more peace and happiness in the long run. because you're not going to be so stressed out. You're just going to be able to look at that and say, okay, it's this time. This is what I'm meant to be doing at this time. And so, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this instead of sitting there going, oh, I don't know what to do. Or leading to, say, procrastination, because you get so overwhelmed with all the options that you need to be doing and the choices you have to make. I'm also feeling for a lot of you that what's going to bring you peace and glee for this holiday season is coming up with like a to-do list. I know I just talked about the time management skills, but these two kind of go hand in hand. You know, I know it's the nice naughty list over here, but if you can combine the two with the list and balancing, that's exactly what it is. It's like coming up with the easier way to do things. So, on top of having like a calendar and time management, if you come up with a to-do list that you can add like in addition to whatever this calendar time management list is on a daily basis or weekly basis, however you want to do it, I feel like it's gonna bring you a lot more peace and contentment. And then for a lot of you, what I'm seeing is this is going to be kind of like a in the long run thing. With this Seven of Candles, the Seven of Wands, that's all about like standing your ground, standing up for what you believe in. So I don't feel like that pertains to just this holiday season. I feel like this is one of those things where this can continue throughout your life, where people might push your boundaries and you have learned to stand up for yourself and push back. But I feel like in the long run, that's going to bring you peace and happiness, because you're going to be able to look back and say, I stood up for what I believed in. I was not a doormat. I did not let people run me over and just so they could get their way. I did not let people disrespect my boundaries. I feel like boundaries are important to you, and you're going to be really reinforcing that this holiday season. Maybe a lot of you, I hate to say this, but maybe a lot of you have family members where you're just like, oh, they really grind my gears, you know, where when I'm around them, they want to push boundaries. They want to be nosy. You know, if there's a lot of you who are like single, for instance, and come in around the holidays and they're like, so when are you getting married? When are you getting married and having kids? There's always somebody like that. Did you ever get a better paying job? Can you even afford this? Can you afford that? It's always like some sort of nagging. And I feel like a lot of you are sticking up for your boundaries this holiday season. I feel like you're going to be in the spotlight some way, somehow. But that, you can see they're standing on stage. But they're standing alone. And that person looks a little, I don't know if you can see the face. They look a little nervous. They're pretty nervous, anxious, being up there by themselves. So it may be that somebody is putting the spotlight on you. Like I said, one of those examples could be calling you out in front of like other family members. When are you getting married? Why are you always single every holiday season? Whatever nagging they like to do. So I feel like for a lot of you, what's going to bring you peace and glee is that knowing that you are capable of standing up for yourself. That you didn't take shit off of anybody or anyone, even if it is family, if it's coworkers, if it's friends, whoever, it doesn't matter. You're not going to take shit off of them now or in the future. So I feel like this is a very like long run kind of a trait, I guess, that you're instilling within you, because I feel like a lot of you have not always been that way, and you're really focusing on putting up healthy boundaries, and if anybody tries to tear those walls down, you put them in their place. That's what I'm seeing. For others of you, I'm seeing with the Three of Pentacles, you can see she's actually working on a project here. And so I feel like a lot of you, Three of Pentacles is about having some sort of talent, skill, or ability that you can like hone in on and that you're known for, that you're really good at. People look up to you for it. It can also talk about like teamwork and collaboration, but it feels like you're going to be doing something this holiday season where you are, it feels almost like a hobby. I'm also getting, this is so random. I'm seeing this house here, but I'm thinking about the holiday season. I'm thinking about gingerbread houses, like where you get together with like your kids, family members, whatever, and people are like making gingerbread houses. So I feel like that's going to bring a lot of people peace and glee. But I feel like it's going to be, I feel like it's going to bring happiness to you because you're with loved ones, or because it takes your mind off of other things. And likewise, if it is some sort of project that you're working on, you could be finishing that project around this time or by the end of the year. And I feel like that accomplishment, that sense of achievement is going to actually, it's going to bring you a lot of happiness and peace. Like, hey, finally it's done. I did it. I put my nose to the grindstone and I got it done. But I also feel like you could be recognized for something this holiday season. This could be definitely at work, or if you're putting yourself out there in some way, maybe you're an artist, because she does have the artist palette here and she's building something. This little like dollhouse. But it could be anything. Maybe you're putting yourself out there finally, and maybe you finally make sales. Like if you're a painter or a sketch artist or an author or something like that. You're putting yourself out there, something that you are known for, talent, skill, and ability that you're good at. And I feel like the support you're going to receive because of this is going to put you in a sense of like elatedness. You're just going to be over the moon, right? You're going to be so happy. You're going to be so at peace. Like, finally. Maybe too, I did say this person's like on a stage. You really are putting yourself out there. We've also got the Emperor here, who is a leader, a boss, CEO, who has a lot of courage, a lot of assertiveness, puts himself out there, and knows that he's going to accomplish whatever he puts his mind to. So for a lot of you, it's like you're finally reached the end of the year and you're like, you know what? I have not completed this thing that I wanted to do. I've got to get it done. I've got to do it. So yeah, it just feels like a lot of you are just kind of ticking off boxes at the end of this year, and that's going to bring a sort of sense of peace and happiness as you move into next year. The first of the year into next year, you're like, I've already got all this stuff done. I'm good. And for a lot of you too, if you keep up with like to-do lists, time management lists, if you start creating those, I feel like a lot of you are also going to carry that practice over into next year as well. So collective, that is what I'm seeing for what will bring you peace and glee this holiday season. Thank you for sticking around for another day of Tarotmas. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.